Hey everyone, welcome back to another installation video, and in today's video we have this 2022 GR86 and we're going to do the taillight tint installation for this vehicle. So this is how it looks before we do the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint will provide protection on your lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that might hit the taillight. Link for the product will be down in the description below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. Okay, so before starting the installation, we want to make sure we prep the taillight. So all we're going to do is just apply Slip Solution, and that will help us remove any contaminants that the taillight might have. Okay, so for this installation, we did provide this piece in case you want to install this piece on this black trim. It's optional due to the fact that this part of the lens is already dark. It's not like this color, so we gave it to you in case you would like to install it. But with this one, if you do install it, we recommend installing it first. That way, once you install everything else, it just overlaps on top of it. So with this one, we're going to apply Slip Solution on the lens and on the tint, and then right away apply Tack Solution. That way we're able to move the film around, and at the same time the film will start tacking down. It's going to meet right on the edge here, so it's going to fall perfectly here. Once you have it here, apply Tack Solution to tack it down, because we are going to need to stretch just a bit so the film could reach up to here. So we suggest just tacking this piece down first, and then as we go, we stretch and tack down at the same time. Once you have it secured, just lift the film and just guide the rest of it, and then just start tacking down. And then tack down this piece. And now that we have this piece secured, now we're able to stretch the film up to this edge here, and it should sit right here flat. So once you tack it down, apply heat. That way the adhesive on the film starts activating more faster and it doesn't move. So now we go on with this piece. So same thing, apply Slip Solution first, and after we spray Slip Solution, we apply Tack Solution. That way we're able to move the film around and the adhesive on the film starts to activate. So with this one, we want to align it up to the edge there, and then making sure it's aligned on top and on the bottom. Once you have it in position, just apply Tack Solution, hold it in place, and just tack it down. And this piece here, we're just going to apply Tack Solution and then just help the film curve to the edge of the taillight here, and that's it. And all we have to do now is just make sure we secure the film. So we're just going to apply Tack Solution right on top, and then a little bit of heat just so the edges won't lift over time. Okay, so with this one, basically the same thing as the other one. Just apply Slip Solution and just align it right on each edge. To align it, just go based on each corner. So align it in one corner, align it in the other corner, and then on the other. And then just apply Tack Solution, and then just hold it in place, and then squeegee. And then just to help the adhesive activate faster, we're going to apply heat so it can start sealing. Okay, so the next install is this big piece, this top piece here. So we're just going to apply Slip Solution all around, and then Slip Solution on the tint, and you just want to place it on top. That way it just stays in place. With this one, we want to start off aligning it to these two edges here, and once we align the film to these two edges, then we're going to align it over here to this edge. So it should cover like this. Once you have it aligned here, make sure you have it to the edge here as well. Apply Tack Solution and hold it in place, and then just softly start tacking it down. That way it doesn't move from the position we have it. Once we have it aligned here on this edge, now we need to align everything else based on how the taillight design is. So just lift the film, but be careful not to pull it. And you're just going to apply Slip Solution. That way we're able to stretch and move the film around to the position we need it to. So make sure it's aligned here. Once you have it here first, tack it down. So now it's aligned there, tack it down. With any fingers that you see, squeegee them at an angle. That way they start removing. And then now that we have this piece tacked down, we just continue on with the rest, making sure everything's still aligned. So it has to reach the edge up here. So just hold it in place and tack down. And now, as you see, the tint here will meet the edge here. And this, we're just going to curve it and apply it inside here. So it should be like that. Just to secure this piece in the position we need it to stay, we're just going to apply Tack Solution just so that adhesive starts activating. And now that we have this piece set from the top and in the middle here, now we work our way on the bottom. So now the bottom piece, lift it just a bit, that way you're able to apply slip solution and just keep aligning it on the bottom edge. So make sure you align it, follow the design. As you align, tack down, that way it doesn't move, and just continue on with the rest. Making sure you're just following the design of the tail light here. Now that we secured this piece, all we have to do now is apply tack solution and apply heat. That way we secure all the edges and the film doesn't start lifting. Okay, so for the last piece for the tail light, we're just going to apply slip solution on the lens and on the tint and just place it just to have an idea where it's going to go. But with this one, you want to start off from this edge first. So you do have this cutout here right on the corner. This cutout is going to match right on this edge here. So one's going to go on top and the other one on this side. When we are applying the tint on this edge, that has to cover the red portion here. So it has to meet it there, and make sure you align it only covering the red part. So right there, and then same here. So making sure it's just gonna cover all of the red. So first start here. So once we secure just this section here, we can start moving on with the rest of the installation. So with this one, just make sure you're only covering the red part. It's not gonna overlap to the top piece here. It's just gonna cover up to where the red of the color of the lens is. And then applying tack solution as you go. So apply it and tack down. And if you start having fingers, those fingers, they'll just remove when you squeegee them. But for right now, it's just tacking down the top piece, making sure it stays aligned. And then the same thing we did on this piece here, we'll do it on this end here. So just making sure you're just only covering the red piece and it's not overlapping. So if you need a lift and adjust, you can. Just if you do, apply slip solution. That way it's easier for you to move the film around. And then make sure also you have enough material to cover on the top edge here. If you do see that some of the material is overlapping to the top, that means you need more material in the bottom. So it's just making sure everything stays aligned. So all I'm doing is just holding it in place, that way it doesn't move, and I just squeegee all of this here. So for this edge here, to help it tack down faster, just apply tack solution and just work your way to aligning it and tagging it down at the same time. And because it is a curve here, we're gonna need to use tack solution and heat. So let's finish off sealing here, and then we'll continue sealing over here. Okay, so the last thing to do once you finish installing all of the tint pieces is just post heating all around the edges. That way the film doesn't lift and we help the adhesive activate more faster. So what we're going to do is just apply tack solution all around the lens, and just with our microfiber towel and heat, just go all around to start activating the adhesive. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the tail light for the Toyota GR86. If you guys do have any questions regarding the installation, feel free to message us and we'll be happy to help you guys out. Don't forget to give the video a like, make sure you subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.